Hello students, welcome back to maths class. So we are doing first principle problems, right? So yesterday we did two problems from first principle. So today also we will do first principle. Y means this is most repeated question for 4 marks. So come to the question. Find the derivative of sin 2x by first principle. So come on, what is the given function to us? Given that. So what is the given function? F of x is equal to sin 2x, right? To get first principle, we need f of x plus h, right? So how we will get f of x plus h? In the function, wherever x is there we have to write x plus h. In this function, in x place we have taken x plus h. So this side also, wherever x is there you have to take x plus h. So come on, sin 2 into x plus h. We can write this as sin 2x plus 2h. Come on, now you take your first principle formula. What is that? F dash x is equal to limit h tends to 0 f of x plus h minus f of x by h. So is equal to limit h tends to 0 f of x plus h is sin of 2x plus 2h minus f of x is sin 2x by h. So there is one formula in trigonometry. What is that? Sin c minus sin d, isn't it? You consider this as c, this as d. So it is of the form sin c minus sin d. Sin c minus sin d is equal to 2 cos of c plus d by 2 into sin of c minus d by 2. Okay, this is by trigonometry. So whenever, see, actually we are doing calculus, right, and we are applying the trigonometric formulas. All are interconnected. Actually trigonometry is A paper, right? Again in B paper, geometry is there, calculus is there. So sometimes even in geometry also we will use trigonometric formulas. All two papers are interconnected, so you should give same importance to A as well as B. Then only if you give importance to A, you can read B nicely. If you give importance to B, you can read A nicely, right? So interconnected. So at the end they are maths top subjects only. So sin c minus sin d is equal to 2 cos of c plus d by 2 into sin c minus d by 2. You consider this as c, this as d. So what happens? Limit h tends to 0. So this is your c. So apply the formula 2 cos of c plus d. This is c, this is d. 2x plus 2h plus 2x by 2 is there. 2 cos c plus d by 2 into sin. No symbol is there between them means what is the meaning? Into, right, multiplication. Then sin of c minus d by 2. So this is what I said, this is c, this is d. So come on, it is 2x plus 2h is a c and this is minus 2x by 2. Okay, whole divided by h is there in the formula, isn't it? You write as it is. So which formula we applied? Come on. Sin c minus sin d is equal to 2 cos of c plus d into sin of c minus d by 2. Trigonometry formula we applied since the problem is in that form, sin c minus sin d form. Actually in the formula c, d are general terms. Instead of c and d, we can have any values. Already I said to you, all formulas will be given in general form. Instead of that value, we can have any value. We will apply that formula. So come on, is equal to limit h tends to 0. Come on, what happens? 2 cos of 2x plus 2x, it is 4x plus 2h by 2 into here plus 2x minus 2x cancels. Afterwards 2h by 2 will be there, 2 also cancel. So it is sin h by h. Now observe carefully this form, this term. It is in the form of a into b by c, isn't it? This term into this term by this term. Can we write this as a into b by c according to our situation? Suppose situation demands, can we write? Yes, definitely we can write. It is multiplication, right? So we can write a into b by c. Here I will write this into sin h by h. Why we are writing like that? So in limits there is one formula. What is that? Limit theta tends to 0, sin theta by theta is equal to 1. So there is one formula in limits. Limit theta tends to 0, sin theta by theta is equal to 1. That means this limit value, this value, this value. If all these three values are same, instead of theta again we can have any value. It is formula, I said. Formula means general form. Instead of the theta we can have any value. So if those three values are same, that value becomes 1. So here sin h by h, that's why I will write this term into sin h by h. Then I will apply the limit for that. So observe here, limits are there. Suppose f of x into g of x, limit is there. Limit can be applicable for f of x as well as g of x. Okay. So for each and every term we can apply the limit. So now we will write this problem as limit h tends to 0. Observe carefully. Now I am writing 2 cos of 4x plus 2h by 2, right, into sin h by h. So this form a into b by c can be written as a into b, only b by c, right. So this is what I have taken. Now you consider this as one term, this as one term. So we can apply the limit separately for each and every term. So is equal to limit h tends to 0, 2 cos of 4x plus 2h by 2 into limit h tends to 0, sin h by h. Okay, so is equal to, you take 2 outside and apply, no further simplification is possible, apply your limit. What is the meaning? Wherever h is there, there we have to substitute 0, that is called applying the limit. So cos of 4x plus 2 into 0 by 2 and this value is equals to 1. Okay, limit h tends to 0, sin h by h is equals to 1. So is equal to 2 cos of, what is this, 2 into 0, 0, 4x plus 0, 4x only, 4x by 2, 2 ones are 2 twos are. So it is 2 cos of 2x is the answer of your question. Okay, so by your normal differentiation also d by dx of sin 2x is nothing but 2 cos 2x. Okay, so this is finding the derivative of sin 2x by first principle. So how we got this answer? First they have given sin 2x is the function, so you consider that as f of x. With that we can easily write f of x plus h. Once we got that one, take the formula and we applied a trigonometry formula here, that is sin c minus sin d is 2 cos of c plus d by 2 into sin of c minus d by 2. You consider this as c, this as d. Okay, so c plus d by 2, c minus d by 2. After that you got problem like this, which is in the form of A into B by C. We can write A into B by C if the situation demands. Yes, here we want that situation. Y means limit theta tends to 0, sin theta by theta is equal to 1. We can simplify the problem if we write like that. So that's why we have taken in that form. After that, whenever 2 terms are there, 3 terms are there in the limit, we can apply limit separately for each and every term. So I applied limit for this as well as for this. This value becomes 1 since that is the formula, and here no further simplification is possible. So in H place you substitute 0, that means substitute the limit, you will get your answer. Okay, so this is your first question. Now come to the second question. What is your second question? It is cos AX. Find the derivative of cos AX by first principle. So come on. How we can find? Same thing. First we have to take the given value as f of x, right? Then find out f of x plus h. Okay, so take the function f of x is equal to, it is cos ax. So implies f of x plus h. In the function, wherever x is there you have to take x plus h. So x plus h. We can write this as cos of ax plus ah. Okay. So now you take your first principle formula, f dash x is equal to limit h tends to 0 f of x plus h minus f of x by h. So is equal to limit h tends to 0 f of x plus h. What is that? It is cos of ax plus ah minus f of x is cos of ax by h is there. So again go to trigonometry, any formula is there. You consider this as c, this as d. So it is cos c minus cos d in trigonometry. Any formula for cos c minus cos d? Yes, it is there. Minus 2 sin c plus d by 2 into sin c minus d by 2. Right? So this is the formula in trigonometry. Whenever it is of the form cos c minus cos d. Yes, our problem is in that form only. You consider this as c, this as d. So we can apply that formula. So come on, is equal to, we can write limit h tends to 0 minus 2, okay, sine of c plus d by 2. C is ax plus ah and d is ax by 2 into sine of c minus d, that is ax plus ah minus ax by 2 whole divided by h. Okay, so is equal to, take minus 2, it is constant. Even in limits also we can write constant outside. Limit h tends to 0, right? So sine of 2 times of ax, so 2ax plus ah by 2 into, here we will cancel these two, plus ax minus ax definitely will get cancel. So now you are having sine ah by 2 by h. So again same thing in previous problem what I said, suppose we are having a into b by c, we can write a into only b by c form. Here I am writing minus 2 into, come on, we will write limit h tends to 0 sine of, it is 2ax plus ah by 2 into we can write this sine AH by 2 by H. Okay, A into B by C form. Now apply the limit separately. Okay, so is equal to minus 2 into limit H tends to 0. What is that value? Sine 2AX plus AH by 2 into applying the limit separately, limit H tends to 0 sine of AH by 2 by H. Observe, we have to apply sin theta formula. What is that formula? Limit theta tends to 0, sin theta by theta is equal to 1. This one, this one, this one, these three must be same. So if you observe here, it is AH by 2 is there. Downwards also we need AH by 2. That's why multiplying, right? A by 2. Here also A by 2. So bring that A by 2 outside. Minus 2 is there already. So you take that A by 2 outside. Then you will have limit H tends to 0 sine of 2AX plus AH by 2 into limit. If H tends to 0, H value is 0. If we multiply anything with the H, it will be 0 only. So AH by 2 tends to 0. It is sine AH by 2 by AH by 2. Okay, its value is equals to 1 now. So 2 will get cancelled, minus A, and apply the limit. No further simplification is possible. So it is sine into 2AX plus 0. A into 0 is 0 by 2 into 1. So is equal to minus A sine 2AX by 2. 2 to cancel, minus A sine AX is the answer of this question. Okay, so this is by first principle. We got the derivative of cos AX. Same procedure, f of x, find out f x plus h, then take the formula, right? Try to simplify. Here we applied the formula. What is that formula? Cos C minus cos D formula. Okay, so with that simplify further, and we used one more formula, limit theta tends to 0, sin theta by theta is equal to 1, isn't it? So here that three values, these three values must be equal. So to make it that balance, we did the problem. Okay, so come on, with that we will finish today's class, practice the problems. That's all for today. Have a nice day.